Hi guys, welcome. Scatlink here, and we are off for an RPG of legendary proportions. This is Final Fantasy VI for the PlayStation, celebrating the release about a month late on February 6th. Final Fantasy VI for the iOS. This is one of my favourite games of all time, just like Ocarina of Time and a few other games. It was my first Final Fantasy game, and it's, well, yeah, my most favourite Final Fantasy of the series. It was also the first one I've beaten, and my god, this game is so full of emotion. It toys with you. There's no way I can explain it. The only way to experience it is to either watch or play it, but I would rather play it. Hey, this is a Let's Play. I'm not, obviously I can't go for 100%, it's a RPG. There's Terra right there, the main character of the game, along with a few others. In fact, there are 14 playable characters in this game that you get to keep, which four or five of them are secret, like they're optional. That is a lot of secret characters. And a lot of fan favourites are here. In fact, it's my favourite 2D Final Fantasy, and my favourite 3D is Final Fantasy 13-2 at the moment, because it's easier than 13-1. Now, like I said, I'm playing the PlayStation version, and this intro is only available in the PlayStation version, or the PlayStation Network version, because that's pretty much the PlayStation version on the PS3. If you're playing through and you want to follow through, it's available for Super Nintendo, obviously PlayStation. Wii Virtual Console is the Super Nintendo version. PlayStation Network is the PlayStation version. Then you've got the iOS version for phones, which has the secret dungeon in it, which obviously I cannot cover in any possible way because I do not own any other version other than this. And obviously you got the GBA version, which is pretty much the iOS version, only that it's on the Game Boy Advance. Technically the iOS version is a port to the Game Boy Advance version. So yeah, there are like 6 versions of this game available. In fact, that makes it more than Ocarina of Time, which only has like 5 versions, and 2 of which are on the GameCube, not counting Master Quest. But yeah, this game is phenomenal. Epic and amazing. I mean, look at this intro. For PlayStation standards, this is pretty good. Obviously, it will be using Super Nintendo graphics during gameplay, but that's Final Fantasy VI for you. The final of the 2D Final Fantasy games. And what an epic game it is. Now, for you guys who are playing on a Super Nintendo, you might be realising, oh, it's Final Fantasy 3, not Final Fantasy 6, you bloonies. Get it right. Final Fantasy 7 fixed this issue, and any other version other than the Super Nintendo versions are called Final Fantasy 6. Allow me to prove it. That video wasn't just there for show. If it will ever want to appear, because it takes a while on this title screen. There it is. Final Fantasy 6. Okay, let's begin. Now, the reason why I'm playing the PlayStation version is not only because it's my only version I have, but it allows you to view some bonuses with a clear save data. And therefore, I can do bonus episodes once we're finished with the LP. Obviously, this is going to be running alongside Ocarina of Time. So let's just jump right in. I've got space on my memory card, don't worry. Memo is just like a temporary save file or something, so you don't have to start the game from the beginning when you'll get a game over and you have no memory card. But anyway, to the intro. Long ago, the war of the MAGI reduced the world to a scorched wasteland, and magic simply ceased to exist. That's because magic is taboo in this game, but you still get to use it. 1,000 years have passed. Iron, gunpowder, and steam engines have been rediscovered, and high technology reigns, just like the industrial age in real life. See how this game is so connected? And it's got such an epic soundtrack. But there are those who would enslave the world by reviving the dreaded destructive power known as magic. Therefore, if you're a magician at birthday parties, you're going to get caught by the Imperial Army. Speaking of which, that's what we're looking at right now. Spoilers, but you know. Can it be that those in power are on the verge of repeating a senseless and deadly mistake? Here are our characters. The two soldiers, just pointing them out right now, are not permanent party members. There's the town. Hard to believe an Esper has been found intact there 1,000 years after the War of the Magi. Or the Magi, however you want to pronounce it. Think it's still alive? Probably, judging from the urgency of our orders. And this woman, this sorceress, why is she here? I heard she fired 50 of our Magitek armoured soldiers in under 3 minutes. By the way, they're in Magitek armour suits, in case you didn't already notice. That's what they're called. They're basically loaded with special magic power. Not to worry. The slave crown on her head robs her of all conscious thought. She'll follow our orders. We'll approach from the east. Move out! Says Wedge. Now, strangely enough, in the Super Nintendo version, they're called Vix and... I can't remember the name of the other dude, but it's definitely not Wedge. And for the best the best opening internally in the game, this is available in all versions. And the Mode 7 is just amazing on how they do it here. And the theme tune of the game plays, because it's just the best music ever. So yeah, now, there could be one problem on playing the PlayStation version. Technically, some people say that the PlayStation version of this game is the worst port because of the loading times, and that is true, but you're forgetting, this is a Let's Play. And not only that, you unlock bonuses which all the other versions, from what I know, do not have. They might have, but I'm not too sure, because I don't know. But, yeah. The loading times, I'll get into that. I'll show you what I mean when we get into gameplay, but I'll also talk about it here. When you access the menu, you have a little bit of a delay before you can actually do stuff in the menus, and then getting out of the menus like in the pause menu during travel is kind of annoying as well. Not only that, but unlike other versions where if you get into a random encounter, the screen instantly goes to like the fight screen, and when you end the fight, it goes straight back to the map screen. Not this version. It does like this weird fade-in thing from what you would see in any other kind of video. It does like, but the fade-in takes about 10 seconds almost each time, and if I'm not in the middle of a sentence, I'll cut those out to, you know, just speed up some gameplay, because you don't want to be taking forever just to get in a fight. So of course I'm going to have to get through that. And oh boy, when you get to a certain point in the game, you have to do like 255 battles at once just to use one hell of an item. It's like one of the best equipment in the game actually, but because of that I'll probably do it off screen, because you don't, well, I would do it off screen regardless, but obviously it's going to take a while, like probably 3 times as long. And now that I've explained all that, we're in the gameplay. From right where we saw that intro. Recognise? Now, obviously we're in a massive suit, we cannot go into any buildings. Let's put it on point. No sense taking any risks. Forward! Indeed. And if we try to leave town, we'll get stopped. Now, I'm just curious here. Can I... No, I cannot activate... Oh, can I? No, I cannot... So, basically, when you're playing this game, you have to use the control pad. You cannot use the control stick. Pausing, obviously with triangle, because it's a PlayStation controller. But look how long it takes. That is how long it took to get into the pause menu. And this is how long it takes to get out. Ridiculous. So, if I'm not in the middle of a sentence, I'll try to cut out the black screens, because, you know, you don't need to see them. So we've got question mark, question mark, question mark, so we don't even know who this person is, but she's the only person with magic, as you noticed. Then we've got Wedge and Biggs. Now, the easiest way to see if a character is permanent or not is by checking their equipment. If you get like this little pixel effect with a little error noise, obviously they're not permanent. But however, this mysterious woman is playable. And she comes fully loaded with a mithril knife, buckler, leather hat, and leather armour. Her skills, she's the only one with magic. We don't even know what espers are yet. But magic, we've got cure, which is already the best part of the game. So, no use to worry about dying unless you don't have magic. It's very cheap at 5, and when you try to use it, if you press either L1 or R1, you can target multiple people at once, so you don't even need a separate spell. And it will still only use 5 MP. So that's even more helpful. Fire can be done exactly the same. Obviously, you can't do it on your on party members unless you're in battle, for any reason that you want to. And, well, yeah, I'm not going to be bothering about config. I would like to keep it... Actually, no. I want to change this. What am I looking for? Ah, that's what I'm after. Yeah, I love that look. Makes it give it like an industrial look. Sadly, you can't change the colour of the basic blue, but hey, I like this. So, let's get on with it, because we can't actually stop until we reach a save point. Save points are highlighted by little stars. Machine riding self-important swine! Take this! I'm going to send my dog at a monstrous mechanical marvel such as magic armour. This cannot possibly backfire. Well, at this stage in the game, you don't even use your attacks. You use Magitech, which is the armour that you're in. When you're in with either Biggs or Wage, or any other character that doesn't start off with magic, you pretty much have just these spell. A basic fire attack, basic lightning attack, basic ice, and then you have healing. And it's all for free, so go nuts. However, even though, question mark, I'll cut that bit out because I accidentally said her name. Oh, I can't even show it. Never mind then. But you can see that when I'm in a fight, it should just go straight back into the... I would be back in the map right now, but in this version, it does this weird fade-out thing. And it adds so much more time to the game. It even does it when you're going into a battle, as you've already seen. Can't go any further forward that way. So, let's try and continue forward. We've got to find something called an Esper. Oh! Imperial Magic Armour! Not even Narshe is safe anymore. I used to say Narshe as a kid, but I've learned that the real pronunciation is Narshe. The E is silent, so don't do what I did when I was young. But if I can show off the mysterious girl's techniques. Obviously, she's got a magic, and you can target multiple people. Sometimes, though, if there's too much on screen, the arrow's not going to appear for some reason. But she also has Bioblast, Confuser, Take Missile, and Exfer. Exfer, I think, works like Scan. Confuser confuses the opponent. Bioblast does poison damage and poisons the opponent. And Take Missile shoots missiles. And it's definitely the best move that the mysterious woman has in the Magitech armor. And she's the only one who can use it as well. If you're weak, just use Heal Force. Don't bother wasting your magic at the moment. And yeah, fire's obviously the best because we're in an icy area. Biggs gained a level, which is completely pointless. Wedge gained a level, which was completely pointless, because they're not permanent characters, as we've already established. Now, just like the norm in the older Final Fantasy games, if the characters actually have real names, and they are obviously permanent party members, you can rename them, but so far we don't even know who this woman is, and we haven't got a bio yet, so we can't rename her yet. And obviously you can only do it once. Unless you get a rename card, which is like a prominent item in Final Fantasy games. There's not really much to say at this point, because we're like only at the beginning. There's a lot to be said later on, though. Can I target both with Bioblast? I can't even see my arrow, because it ain't pointing up. It's not showing up even every time I try to... I think it's because of flicker. Maybe it's because of my dazzle. It can't pick up the flicker. I don't know. Okay, this will be the last time I'll show off the fade out, because I think you've gotten the idea on how slow it is on the PlayStation version. But if you muddle through, you get to see a lot of bonuses that you wouldn't normally see. Because I think, other than the GBA version having the bestiary available after you beat the game, or something, or during the game, it doesn't have any other bonuses, like an art gallery or anything, special videos, which only the PlayStation can handle in terms of memory holding, because it's on a disc. So yeah, the PlayStation version is what I have, and that's what I go with, and I like it because of how many bonuses. I have played the SNES version before. I was playing like a translation fixed ROM hack. But that was pretty much it. And technically I do own the game, because I'm playing it right now. Okay, I cut that one out. We just got to slowly go through. Oh yeah, and another thing... Oh, never mind, I'm in another battle. Okay, it's really going to get annoying when I need to, like, stop sometimes. And anyway, never mind what I was about to say. Yep, you missed. And even if you do hit me, it's not going to do a lot. I need a heal. Heal Mysterious Woman. That's what I'm going to call her for now. Let's just have a heal all round. Yeah. 317 health healed. That's not overpowered at all. Considering that we haven't even got 100 health yet. I mean, some of us have barely got 100. See? Even our main character only has 63 health. And both the soldiers, Biggs and Wedge, have like at least 90. But the spell, look, your cure spell obviously recovers about roughly, what, 50 HP? If you split it up, but yeah. Anyway, if you haven't noticed already, this game is ATB based, as in like it has a bar that fills up, and the speed that it fills up is dependent on your speed stat, which determines when you move. And you've got to choose your moves very quickly so you don't waste time on attacking. It's still turn-based, but it's all ticking, basically. Even the enemies have the same kind of bar, but they fill off screen. Because obviously you're not allowed to see them. You don't control the enemies, so why would you need to see their bars? If they attack you, you attack. And if you need a heal, you can just get out your menu quickly and then go to a heal spell or item. It's just that simple. I think Final Fantasy V was the first to introduce the ATB system. And obviously it's been used ever since. Obviously with a few tweaks on Final Fantasy 13 and 13.2 and an even bigger tweak on Final Fantasy Lightning Returns. Which is 13.3. Which I played the demo of, by the way, and that's really good. Kill them all! Because we're on the bad side. Because it said they want to use magic for evil deeds. What are we doing? We're killing these defenseless people with magic. We're evil. It's always good to be on the winning side at the start of the game. Ow, my face. Come on, kill him. These are all required battles. If I'm running around, like, during normal exploration and I don't want to show off fights, and they're not required, like these ones are required, I might cut them out just to save for progress. Like if we get into random encounters like almost left, right and centre and these transitions keep coming on, and I've got to really learn to stop talking while the transitions are going on so I can cut them out. God damn it. Anyway, just keep trundling forward, and now we're getting a little cutscene here. According to our source, the frozen Esper was found in a new mine shaft. Maybe this one. And that was it. And I think this is the only Final Fantasy game to use double-sized sprites instead of like sprites that are stuck to one block, like Pokemon, for example. But anyway, before we want to continue forward, we cannot go to the right. We want to go up to progress, but that little sparkly dot there is a save point. Obviously, on the map screen, you can obviously get random encounters, but on the map screen, you're able to save whenever, but if you're in a town or a dungeon or any kind of place like that, other than the map screen, you have to stand on these sparkly little dots to save. And I did not mean to press yes. Yes, you can use a tent or a sleeping bag when you're on the map screen, or if you're standing on one of these places, and you'll have to start at your last save point. If you touch a save, that's pretty much a checkpoint when it flashes blue. So if you do die, you will spawn back here, but if you do not save, you could be screwed. Money is retained, experience is retained, but yeah, you lose progress. But anyway, now I think that's good for a first episode, because that took quite a while just to get this far. So in the next episode, guys, I'll be a lot more diligent in getting rid of the random encounters if we have any. Well, at least shorten the transitions between battles, because, you know, PlayStation. But this is, in my opinion, the most superior because it has the most contents, and I'm going to replace this file because, as you can see, it's at the beginning. And you don't need to see the top file. You're going to see it a lot, but you don't know what it is, so I'm not going to block it off. But anyway, enough of me blabbering on. In the next episode, guys, we will progress through the mine shafts and see what these two soldiers and the mysterious girl are looking for. And maybe we can even find out who the mysterious girl's name is. And who she is. See you guys then.